Well, I was looking in the box. I found some Rosenthal, and these are all German pieces in one box. This one is they're all marked for German, Rosenthal or one of those. And I washed them and set them over here. So when I get ready for my big sale, I'll have it done. So when I get ready for my big sale, well, I thought, today is quiche day or egg pie day. So I decided these are those great value like pie crust. And I hit them. I'm the one that done this. I hit them on I hit that one on the cabinet. And so I just have to put them back together like Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty. I'm not too I'm not going to be too perfect on this because it doesn't really matter to me. It's just going to be, it's not going to go on a buffet or anything like that. So I'll just do that and I'll get me a little drop of out of my hands are clean. Just going to get a little water out of my, and I'll just repair that little pie hospital. Listen, they got a little pie hospital today. So we're going to do surgery and repair it maybe. It'll probably still come undone, but at least I feel like I repaired it. Maybe. See how that works. Okay, so I'm going to put them, both of these crusts, because I'm going to use both of them. We'll explain that in a little bit. I'm going to put them in the oven for 10 minutes. Just brown them a little bit. I will prick the bottom of that with a fork. And then I'm going to add my pie weight. Do that. I'm just going to, you can use red beans or whatever. You just have to pie from sliding down in there. It'll kind of keep it up on the pan. If not, it will slide. Now you use your directions to the, let's see what they say. So I'm going to do whatever they say. 375. I'm going to do it 375 for 10 minutes. Then we'll be back. Okay, for those of you that don't have pie weight, I thought I'd show you. I just give a little piece of foil. Just kind of make sure it fits inside your pan there. You can, like I said, use red beans if you dried red beans. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use rice. And I usually use rice if it's little pastries that need to be shaped certain ways and stuff, because the rice is smaller and you can just kind of, so see how it does the same thing as your pie weight. Make sure it's down in there. So now we'll put them in the oven. So now y'all know, I call this quiche. I call it Texas egg pie. Well, there's egg pie that grandmother made, uh, egg custard pie. So there's the egg custard pie is the sweet pie, and it's real good. And then your egg vegetable pie is whatever you want to put in your egg batter and put in your crust, like a quiche. So you get a bowl, and I'm gonna get to cracking. Some eggs. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to follow the egg custard pie recipe. So you got you're supposed to use 3 eggs. In the southern pie are 3 eggs in your custard pie. But I always add 4. So that'd be 8 eggs. Let me get those cracked and I'll be back. Okay, I had trouble with one of the eggs. Y'all ever get those in the package where they won't come out because one's been broke or gets stuck down in there? Well, I just put hot water, warm water down in there and let that set, and it'll just come. And then you use that little button on the bottom of the carton, that little flexible button. That's one reason it's there. And you just kind of jiggle that with your finger, and that will release that egg. And then you're okay. So I've got a 4 and 4 here, which is exactly what we needed. It says 3, but we're doing 4. And then I'm just waiting on the pie crust that are going to be partially baked, and then I'll get them out and we'll check those. Okay, I changed up my bowls because I like to use clear glass so you can see. And let's check our pie crust and see. See if it's. Now see, that feels like that's going to be okay. You have to be careful. These things kind of get hot. Get my little bowl. I'm going to stick a bowl. I need to get this other one out from the second rack. It has our rice in it. Sometimes that second rack you have to let it do a little more. What we will do, we need to buy some new. I've been saying that for 6 months. I need to buy some new pot holder. Well, I never get it done, y'all. Got so much going on, I can't worry about pot holders. Let's just hold our rice and put it right there, and then we'll have 2 pie weights. If you need it again, you've got it just for your pie, regular. See, now this one, of course. Now that's going to be fine, I think. Usually I would put this one in for just a little bit longer because it's still a little moist. This one is not. But today, we are not going to do that. We're going to move our pie crust over here, out of the way. And let's get going with this. I told y'all so you can see better. Well, it's because I need to separate those eggs in 4 and 4. Okay, let's separate those to 4 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right about like that. So now we got 4 and 4. And that'll be fine. I'll set this back over here. And now we'll get I'm going to do only just a half a cup. I've got my pure cane sugar here in my old ball jar. And I'm going to just do a half a cup of sugar. I'm going to eyeball it. Just a half a cup. Then I'm going to take about a half teaspoon of my sweetener. That's a stevia, so when you can't use it, so when you can use it. And then I'm going to get a cup of milk. Okay. I'm just going to put this cup of milk into that so that we'll get that taken care of. I want a fourth a cup, it says, of melted butter. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to get me a little about a fourth cup melted butter there. Challenge. Using a challenge butter. I love that. Like you. My grandma said you can't love something that don't love you back, so quit saying you love this and love that. You like it. Okay. We'll just melt that just a hair in the microwave. And okay, we'll put in there. What I usually do is I don't just pour my butter right into the batter. I'm going to get 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of flour. Just plain old flour. 2 tablespoons of flour. Just going to dip them out with this. That's about 2 tablespoons of flour. I just kind of mix that in. That's my warm butter. You don't get all that. Make sure you don't lump up on it. So when you're eating, you kind of make a roux, a little roux there. Yeah, that kind of makes that so you don't have lumps. Yeah. I'll mix a little back into the bowl with this. Make sure I get all my dregs. Put that back in there. And now I'm going to add, this kind of mixed. Look at me some Mexican vanilla. I'm going to add a teaspoon, which is a capful. Drip, drip, drip. Blue jeans and messy. Okay, so now we've got there. Gotta have nutmeg. Lord, don't forget the nutmeg. You want a half teaspoon of nutmeg. I'm gonna use fresh nutmeg. As y'all know, that's my favorite thing in the world. One of them. So I'm gonna grind my nutmeg. Get that good smell going on here. Gotta grind about half a nutmeg. Now, you can see that nutmeg into that. Now we're just gonna put that in our egg mixture. Like that. Give us a whisk. Put that whisk. Whisk it up. Make sure you get it mixed. Okay. Now we'll get our pie shell. Let's see, let's try to, we'll use the one that's a little more baked. See, that one finally dried out pretty good. We'll use the one that's a little more baked. We're just going to pour our batter into that pie shell. I see one little piece there, but that's okay. So now I just put a little bit of, just a hair. I'm talking about just a hair of nutmeg on top of my pie. Should have left that piece out, shouldn't I? I didn't. So I just grab that kind of. Then you know. I'm gonna do. Y'all know how much I love nutmeg. Okay. There we go. Couple little kind of big little pieces. So now we're going to take this one and we're going to put it in our oven. Oh, I'd say 400 degrees. And I'd bake this for about 45 minutes in a regular oven. Probably in my oven about 20 minutes. And I'll be back to do our next creation. Okay, so now we've got our other eggs and we're going to whip them up. Whip them like a step first. First, you don't believe this, I bought this spinach for 99 cents a bag. And I bought probably 6 bags because I'm going to cook it down today. I don't know if I'll freeze it. I might. They must be closing out this because this spinach is usually $3 or $4 a bag. It says you can microwave in the bag or cook on stove top. I've never microwaved it and I don't think I ever will. But I just noticed that and I thought, well, that's interesting. Okay, as I usually do, and I've told y'all, I'll take my Colby Jack Mexican cheese, whatever cheese, grated cheese, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to line the bottom, just kind of a little bit. I'm just going to, I like to put the cheese in there because it lines my pie shell. And it helps use that as glue. Got this little piece of foam oven and it just by the oven and it just decides it wants to make a racket. So I guess we won't make a racket. So I just put a little insurance down there and I kind of put it up on the sides. And I just kind of makes it have a little maybe a little bit of glue in a way on there. Now we'll open up bowl, spinach. That. Let me go ahead and wash this and check it, and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay. Now that's already been washed, but it's just me. I wash it again. I wash it again. I don't think I'll use all that, but I'm gonna roll it and chop it like I normally do. Oh, that's fresh for 99 cents a bag. I guess they're going to change it up. Now, if y'all can't, we're testing a microphone today, like a studio microphone above on the ligature, to see if that's any better when I'm cooking on the stove. I still get my voice. It drowns it out because of anytime maybe y'all can write in if you know. I'll have my skillet here. You can hear me just fine. I turn that skillet on, and if the oil starts heating, not popping, just, well, if I fry, yeah, I guess popping a little bit, makes a racket. Then it drowns my voice out, and I bought 2 different sets of microphones over the last 2 years, and I can't get one that drowns that out. I have a noise canceling one, it's the newest one, but it still seems to drown out the voice. Okay, so now I'm going to take my spinach, and I'm just going to put it down in. A little hot shell there. Just in the pie shell. So we're not going to use all that. You can always use more on the plate as when you're serving it if you're having guests or whatever. So now I'm going to take my eggs and I'm going to get some heavy cream. I need to use this. That's why I'm going to put a big dollop of heavy cream. I'm going to put more cheese in just a minute. Let me get my, I'm going to put just a hair of garlic into this because I like garlic and it's good for you. It's kind of an antibiotic. We got that. let me get some onions. Okay, we will use our frozen onions. You know how I use these frozen onions. I don't have to cry, I don't have to chop, I don't have to do nothing. And then I'm just going to add onions. Now, this is to the point, and I didn't have any because of the salt. I'm not going to, even if I did have them, I'm not going to use it. So I'll put this back in my bag, roll it down, put that back in my freezer until I need the onions again. Okay, so now I'll put my cheese some more, just a little more cheese. They'll kind of glue it together. The whole heck of a lot, but it's always better with cheese, I think. I really do. Let me get my whisk. Let me get this. Now, pepper. Don't forget the pepper. And the salt. Okay. Can't do without it. Now, we'll just take our. Let me get my fork here. Because I use a fork and I pour that in all the way around. Now usually, a lot of times I'll do 6/8 if I'm not going to put a bunch of stuff in it. You know, I just take that and get all that down underneath that. Like this. Now usually I'll take a little pastry brush and kind of pour a little on the crust up on the side. Then I'll take my pastry brush and just kind of go around the edge here. Just kind of, let me use my finger because I'm not going to get a pastry brush out just for this. That just kind of glazes that crust. It helps it stay together. There you go. That'll kind of, once that bakes, that'll kind of be glossy and it'll be a little firmer. So that's what you're wanting. Okay, we'll check the other and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to get the egg custard pie out. Now you see that that's still wobbly, still shaking. But I'm worried about the crust burning. So I took one of my torte pans, you know, one of my regular torte pans, took the bottom out. Let me show you. So I took one of my regular torte pans, like this. This is the smaller one. And I just took the insert out of this And I took full, pinful, just put it around that, and I keep that over here by my oven because I don't make torts very often. I've got my pan if I need to. And see, I bought these pie crust shields. Well, if you buy one of these deep dish pies, you see that's going to leave that much. They can still burn. So that don't very well help me unless I'm making a big homemade pie crust in my apple, like a deep dish apple pan. Making those crusts like Brenda Gant has showed everybody to make, where you mix it in the pan or whatever. My grandmother's doing that forever. And those big, then you can use that. But on this, you can't use that. It's just getting brown. So this is what I do, is I made my own little hat. And I just set it right down over that. And this little thing's going back in that oven. And be careful so you don't slop it out everywhere. And I move my racks because I've got two different racks in there. Now, I'm going to take that rack, put that rack up there, and I'm going to put that rack down there. Now then, this is going into the, let me get a little, just a minute. Just a minute. I'm just going to put a little spinach right there. And then that tells me, now of course I know that it's spinach, egg pie, but when you have a restaurant, you have to sometimes keep those because that'll fluff on up, y'all. So I'm putting it back in the 400-degree oven. It says it's got 12 minutes left. Well, we're going to reset that for about 20 minutes with our convection, and we'll just check. I'll talk to you soon. Well, everything's still a baking and a cooking, and I got the kitchen kind of cleaned up. Y'all, I'm just down home. This is a glass that I got yesterday when I was out at like a Easy Mart, or I don't know what you call them, gas station. And I just bring them home and I use them. I may have all these crystal goblets and all that, but I like this because it keeps my drink cold. And what I do is y'all gonna have to get it if you don't have it. Let me show you. A lot of you that's followed me a long time, y'all know that I use this Nellie and Joe's Key West lemon juice. And of course for my pies, my key lime pies, that's what started me, the Nellie and Joe's Key West lime juice. Well, I put my lime juice and my lemon juice. If you want to just get one, get your lemon for your drinks. Get you Nellie and Joe's lemon juice. It'll have the yellow top. Lime has the green top. So take that. Get you a little sweet mo, or I got stevia, but I usually, for a 16 ounce, I usually put 2 sweet mo's in that. Like that. Just like that. And then I mix it. We taste it, make sure I've got it going right. Got a little bit too much Put a little more water out of the refrigerator. Let me get a little. You just have to kind of play with it. I'm gonna put another sweet loaf because I think I put too much lime in it. I know y'all don't like me to use sweetener, but I've got to do something. So let's see. Now that's like the Sonic limeades. If you want to make a Sonic limeade, I'll show you how to do that too. I do it just like that. Now you can get the strawberry or cherry. I don't think I have any cherry, but I do have the fruit punch, and you just take a little snippet of that off, and I just add about a teaspoon, just about half the package. So you'll get 2 drinks out of one of those little packages. Mix that around. Now that's just like a good cherry limeade from the Sonic. Don't have no sugar. Don't need to do that because it cuts down on your bill to go get you a drink, and you'll have it always at home, and that's what I do. I'll be back. Okay, I'm gonna make another one with just lemon. Put my lemon juice in there. Make sure you get it, because that's, I'm not putting pretty sweet most in hers, with just the lemon juice. I should have made it when I did mine, when I got to talking to y'all. She likes a straw, so I always give her a straw, a new straw. She doesn't like any of that fandango stuff like cherry limeades or strawberry lime. She doesn't like none of that. She is my mother, so I'm going to take a drink. That's some good lemonade. Perfect, just perfect. So now we got our drinks made, and I'm fixing to make some coffee. I just keep this so she'll not get dehydrated. So if I need a little potassium, I put lime juice in it. But if I don't think she needs potassium because of kidney disease, I just put lemon, because lemons don't have potassium, limes do. So I just keep her a drink all the time, cold drink of water or lime, lemon juice, lemonade, limeade, to help with her kidney disease. It keeps her hydrated. Same with me, though. I do also. So I'm going to get some coffee, because that, people drink coffee. They go, well, I'm drinking coffee. How can I be dehydrated? Well, because coffee is such a bad diuretic. The more coffee you drink, the more dehydrated you're going to get. So get you a glass of good water out of your filtered water and drink that. Boy, yesterday I went to the grocery store, and I'm making the coffee now. I didn't open this, but this Folgers, I got the small container. Usually I buy the, this size container. Hold on, the oven's going off. Got to check just a minute. Usually buy that big container, and then I put it in this Gavalier jar and dip it out. Lord, y'all, I looked, and that can of coffee was $20-something. This one was $9 and something. So I only bought the smaller one because I thought we'll make do with that. I can't believe how that prices have skyrocketed. It's just unreal. I've never paid. I'm talking about that little thing was $18 or something for that. If I hadn't got the half, if I hadn't got the half count, if I'd just got Folgers this size, I'm talking about this size of canister, was $18. I bought this half calf, which I'd like for mother anyway, and me, and it was only $12. I think. I just couldn't believe it. Peanut butter was outrageous. I don't know if we're gonna be able to live, y'all. Okay, let me get. I get to talking and I forget what I'm doing. Okay, so now this egg, Texas egg pie, is hot. It's HELL. But see how the center, let me just show you. See how that center's still one area. Now if you wanted to, you could put that in the, if you were in a hurry or something, you could put that in the microwaves that you can put the metal in. That'd cook that real quick. Let's check our sweet egg pie, egg custard pie, I mean. Let's see. Now that, I'm going to use, see I've only got one of these. So I'm going to put that right over. I took it off the sweet egg pie, egg custard pie. And I'm going to set this, hold on y'all. The egg custard pie is firm. Let me get the shelf out. See the egg custard pie come out just right. See that's firm as it can be, but you gotta let that cool off all the way. Now then, let me get the other rack. Let me get the other rack. And I have a little thing you can get that tie up on that. Right. There we go. So now we'll put that in there. I mean, just probably for, let me look at it again. I'd say another 3 minutes, maybe, on convection. Let's try that. It says 7 on the deal, so we'll just watch it. We'll just leave it like that and watch it. If y'all hear all that gurgling and stuff, it's not me. It's that coffee pot. It's one of those Cavalier coffee pots that I bought in an estate place, and it's been the best coffee pot in the world. Okay, I'll be back here in just a minute. Okay, I'm still. The egg custard pie is cool, but it's not. You want it to where it's all the way. Wow. Cool. So that, because if you don't, everything will tear up and be the biggest mess you ever saw. So that's got that at least. The other will be out here in just a little bit. We'll have 2 fresh baked, sweet and savory for us to eat. Last night they looked like the Dickens, but I hurried up and started up some chocolate chip cookies. First pan, I got busy with mine and I burned them. They look like HELL, but they're probably some of the best cookies I ever made. You know, sometimes that's the way it goes, is what you make and what you. That's a good recipe. I'll share it with y'all sometime. Had it for a long, long time. Okay, I'm just waiting on our Texas egg pie to get through. Okay, mother, she loves this cup. It was one that I had in one of the restaurants. It looks like the Dickens, but can't get the stains off or anything else. But this is her favorite cup. Out of all of our China cups and whatever, this is the one she has to have, and that's fine. If that's what she wants. She loves powdered creamer. So I bought it great value creamer. And I put a coffee in there. And that's the way she likes it. And that's mother gets what she wants, you know. You over here, you can have a piece of the, like I told you, the egg custard pie with a cup of coffee. We're fixing to check that, fixing to check this other and see what it allows. Now, if I leave that cover on there, I'll leave that cover on there. I'm pretty sure, but I'm going to set that for 2 more minutes. Because I want it done. I want those eggs done. So I'll be back. I'll get us a piece of something cut up here and have us some coffee and milk if you want milk. Well, I opened my drawer fixing to get a cup towel, and I thought, well, what are those? Well, look, there's milk. I can't use these. They're too big. I have somebody can have these, or I've tried to get stuff out of the oven with these, and they get caught in there, and I spill it all over the place. I can't use these. Yeah, I have a bunch of stuff in that new towels or something in that drawer. Little old rick-rack towels and stuff. Now, well, I got mother's coffee, like I told you. Let's check and see if this, has gotten any better. Oh, I think so. I think so. Let me get the tray out, the pan out. Let's try that. It's like Christmas. You open the package and see what you got. Oh, that looks good. Sure does. Let me turn the oven off. Now what I'll do is I would leave that on there for just a few minutes and let it settle down. Okay, I got the lid off. There's our quiche, or egg fixes egg pie. And make sure this get our rack out of the way. So now there's our two little creations. I'll put my lid up, my pie topper up until I need it again. So that's what we're going to have. See, this is settled back down. It was, kind of raised up. So that's settled down. Let that cool off real good. I'm not going to put it in the ice box until it cools to room temperature. This here, we're going to let it cool a little bit. So that's what we're going to have today. We're going to have a piece of egg pie, cup of coffee, and Looks like it's clouding up, so we may get some storms. I hope y'all are going to do okay. Today is the football day. I hope y'all stay safe, stay blessed, and wish y'all was here to have a piece of one of the pies with us. Sweet or savory. God bless you. God bless us. God bless the United States. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.